Él es jefe del Departamento de Astrofísica Espacial y es un hombre que ha estado preparando a los astronautas y que ha sentido esa llamada que todos hemos tenido en algún u otro momento por el tema extraterrestre. Es también representante de ICERS, esta coalición internacional para el estudio del fenómeno extraterrestre, y ha preparado una conferencia. No está el título de la conferencia, pero bueno, no la pone, pero de verdad van a quedar maravillados con su plática. Les recuerdo, para aquellos que hablan español, que pueden escuchar la traducción de Sara a través del canal 1. A través del canal 1. Con todos ustedes, Lachezar Filipov.
Thank you for introduction. I also would like to say that I'm working for the Space Research and Academy of Science more than 45 years. I will be speaking about UFOs like a scientist, not like a ufologist, because my interest is in the black holes physics, cosmology, nonlinear physics, plasma physics, and I'm interested in how it's operated and who insight in this object also. My speech, it will be constructed about the problems with why we not learn a lot of things after the this scenario of United States listening the secret services in the Congress. When I start to think what to do, what to speak about on your Congress, for me very interesting to understand why the truth is not come to us after this meeting in the Congress in the United States. I think that these ideas was very interesting because a lot of people, normal people, scientists, wait for this meeting to learn true about UFOs after more than 70 years. I give you a little history about our activities. In October 1980, we meet some people in Moscow, 9 enthusiasts. We are very proud to organize some kind of organization in Moscow. We have help of China and Russia government for this meeting. This project was named 5 Continents. We organized this meeting very powerful. A lot of countries come and cite the document for this organization. We organized our name was World Consortium for the Extraterrestrial Contact. It's very nice start for us, but few months ago, Chinese stopped to contact with us. This is very strange, and we start to think what to do in the future, or destroy our organization, or use some kind of basic of the first organization to build a new organization which it will combine all the countries in the field of UFO and Europe studies. That's why we organized the new consortium, International Consortium for Extraterrestrials Research. This idea was to study, to propagate the data, the observation of, connected with the UFOs, APs, and some kind of contact with aliens in the social, in the people, on the people, and to prepare the civilization for the new reality. The new reality, I explain you in my latest speech and in my speech afternoon in the workshop also. The new reality is connected with a lot of things to change our mind, to change our life, to change our paradigm of science. All these things, it will be the results after the contact with aliens. This may be the problem that a lot of countries, a lot of governments don't like to say the truth about this. This is our organization now. Few of us here, 10% I think, will be in this Congress also. And we will speak about the different kind of things. And I try to explain my ideas after my ideas. We understand in the beginnings of our organization that without biggest countries stay behind us, it's not possible to make any normal, any real steps in the future. Now, to put our organization in United States, in United Nations, European Union, and this kind of organization. And that's why we wait the results from this meeting in Washington this year, but the result is 0. But the result is not the 0 because they start the project like new Blue Book, and they, for the first time, officially start scientific project. Mr. Lop must be here. It is the chief of this project, Galileo, where the scientists officially start to study and combine a lot of data connected with the aliens and UFOs. I'm not sure that all true, which is discussed in the Senate of USA, is full for the people, because they discuss only the results connected with the military data. But for a long time, more than 70 years, secret services combine the data from police, from civil people, and from militaries. There are too much data, not only for the militaries. It's very strange that they told us that it's not possible to use devices which is connected which is put it on the aircraft to observe and analyze the object which they observe. You can see here 2 pictures. The bottom picture is picture made by spy satellite. This is the people which drinking coffee. In another picture, this is the picture from the device of aircraft. I'm not believe that we have not very good pictures of the UFOs. Okay, what is the reason that we have not results from this discussion in the United States? The reason is that for the first time, for a long time, we have not listened the truth about UFO. The second one is military industrial complex interest. The interest of the richest countries do not give us the information about if some kind of alternative of our life using the contact with aliens. The third problem is very interesting problem. It is resistance of official science for these ideas. I speak that I'm working 45 years in the Academy of Science. I'm working in the Space Research Institute. I have contact with a lot of physicists which is working in the space research. And I know that a lot of people told me, Lachezar, for you it's easier to speak because you pay these your heroes with losing your deputy director, you're losing the position in the Academy of Science, but we don't like to make this like you. And then last is the problem with position of religion. I speak about why the government not like to give us the truth about what they saw. For a long time, we have a lot of information. You know a lot of these things which I show you now. There are some kind of things that they try to disinformate the people. They'd like to show us some kind of theater, like that is not true, that is some kind of balloons, this is some kind of things like military devices of the opposite countries like Russia and China. But we know that there are a lot of people write directly documents in the United States. I speak about United States all the times because this information is easier to have from the United States. I was staying more than 10 years in Russia and working in the Space Research Institute in Russia, in Moscow. I know that they have few projects, academician projects and military projects in this field, but it's very difficult for the normal people to have information about what they do. Too dangerous. For China, I'm not any information. We also know that government, United States, organize Magic 12. This is also the Blue Book. This is also very strange project. For me, Blue Book was more than disinformation project. It's project to combine the data, but the true data is not say to people. A lot of famous people know about a lot of information about UFOs, aliens contact also. There are some few presidents which are very convenient, have a lot of information about these things. Few of them, I mean the Kennedy, lost his life because he put his nose very deep. The Nixon, also Carter, Reagan. Old Bush was the chief of CNN, of the Secret Service, and he told the Kennedy, the president, that is not his problem to know a lot of things about UFOs. You can see here Von Braun. Von Braun was the chief of the Space Research Program of United States. This person was very convenient, he know a lot of things about German space program, and he know a lot of things about UFOs and aliens before to go to work in the United States. This is famous paper which is written by two very great physicists, Einstein and Oppenheimer. which write the paper that this something which fall down in Roswell is not the balloon. It's some kind of product of extraterrestrials, maybe. These days, we learn that Einstein has some secret flow to the place of Roswell. This information was published now, and we know that he go there and he see few bodies, few things connected with crashes in Roswell. The next person, which is very important for us and for to understand how deep the government lie, how deep they hidden the information, is Von Braun. Von Braun, in 1974, few months before he died, he thought with his colleagues that maybe in the future we have some scenario of fighting with somebody in the space. For this moment, he thought that for us Russia is our biggest problem. After that, terrorists. After that, we have a problem with asteroids, comets, and after that, alien invasion. Some kind of, he thought also that the government asked him to think if it's possible to organize some kind of theater connected with invasion of aliens. This means that this is very important for government to start the next turn of military playing. This is the few people which speak about these things. I think that a lot of people know a lot of things. The richest people keep the information about this. The richest people don't like to exchange the information with us, because if they exchange this information, they lose the, how to say, control under the people. This is Colonel Philip Corso. He also was very near this information. He told a lot of things that a lot of my colleagues scientists don't like to speak about this, that few of our very big progress things in the science and in the military, in the industry, we steal from the aliens. We not make this like our head products. This is the person which also speak directly about UFOs and aliens. This is very important because we understand that the truth is not possible to hide for a long time. It's true, it's diffused in the world. We have an internet, we have this kind of congress, we discuss, we're not afraid to speak about this. We have a lot of documents for real crashes. We know these crashes, and it's not possible to hide this information. The next one, I would like to remember you that President Eisenhower, in his final speech on TV, when he left the president position, he thought that be very careful with the military-industrial complex. Be very careful, because he understands that few years after the Second War, this complex stays so hard that he make a double government. he made a higher government. We saw now that military complex has secret budget. We have a secret development, secret studies, researchers. We have some secret projects. We don't know the real situation in our science, in our industry, in our space research. Finally, all these things, they made to control the people. Nowadays, we are in a real situation where somebody use COVID to control the people. Because I think that we lose too much money for a lot of years, and for me, it's not understandable why it's not possible to solve this problem. This is the problem of 21st century. I think this COVID situation is like a first repetition for the invasion of aliens. The next one, which is not very convenient for the government, is ecoethics. This is my point of view. I'm not think that a lot of things which I told you today is my ideas, because I'm not like to connect with Academy of Science or some kind of people, because I work, I told you, for more 45 years for science, but I'm interested more than 45 years for these problems. Ecoethics is maybe the problem of our life now. If they come here, aliens, they live more than thousands years on their planets. What happened with our planets now? We have an eco catastrophe, we have energy catastrophe. What is the ecoethics? Ecoethics is to keep the law of the nature, to live in synergetics in the nature, not to take only the things from the nature. Ecoethics is this which is give us long life on our planet. Our planet is small planet. We have this is the ball. This is ball with the radius 6,000 kilometers. One day, if we live in this kind of time, this kind of life like now, we can eat all our planet. That's why if somebody, after the contact with aliens, know about this true, it is very dangerous for the people which is reached for oil or gas for nuclear power. Look, the nature is very big system. The human being is very small part. This is the real picture. But now in our world is this situation. You heard now that all our Europe has problems with energy. The problem is that we eat too much and we not give too much to the nature. Okay. This is the next one, the resistance of the science of this project. I don't understand a lot of my colleagues. I don't understand why they stupidly repeated that we are only one creature in the world. I don't understand why they speak about it's not possible to have normal intelligent civilization in the other planets. I think that the biggest problems for the scientists is if they thought we have some results from their contact, they must answer to a lot of very hard questions. A lot of questions is connected with how they fly through the universe, how they stay so long, how they make this kind of very strange maneuver in the space, what kind of materials they operate this building. We don't, for us it's not very easy to understand if they come from other dimensions. What is the idea? I think that a lot of these problems we solve after the make contact with them. But we must prepare to open our mind, because a lot of my colleagues repeated stupidly, it's not possible to fly in the universe faster than speed of light. But one very intelligent man, Einstein, speak. This speed is for the material. For the material. The same time, we saw the very strange situation. The official science told it's not possible to have a life in the other planets. It's not possible to have a conditions for the different kind of life in the different planets. But they spend the money to find the planets, which is convenient to have some kind of life there. We find a lot of situation in our solar system. We understand that these conditions, which are put like an axioma for the living system, like a situation in our Earth, is not enough. This is not the law. We can find the different situations in our solar system, in our universe, where it's possible to have conditions for the different kind of, not like our life creatures. You see the situation in the different places in solar system. Few years ago, my Russian colleagues in Sofia, in one of my 3 international conferences, show us that in 1968, the probe Venus, which is landed on the surface of the Venus, has some kind of panorama camera, which is make a round picture for 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes, they saw that some creature is moving on the surface in the Venus. For science, that was the catastrophe. Here, 600 degrees temperature, we have 50 atmosphere, we have not water, we have only gases, which is very dangerous for us. Is some kind of creature moving. They take this data and put in the archive. Now they go back to these data, and now USA and Russia start a new program to study what happened there. This is another place which is very strange. Europe and Encelad. This is 2 satellites in our solar system where we find a very big oceans under the ice. It's possible, they're very strange because the temperature from the sun is not enough. But because this satellite rotated in not circle orbits, but rotated in the ellipse orbit, the nuclear, like a heart, pulsated, and it's generate the temperature. Look, 2 creatures which we find in our Arctica. These creatures is not using any light, any temperature from the sun, any oxygen. Strange creatures. What is the reason? Is to not have in Europe on Encevat also these creatures. I told this because the scientists thought it's not possible to have a life in the No. We have a lot of planets like our Earth. We have a lot of places which is very important to have a possible life. But the form of life is very strong dependent of conditions, of environments around it. This is the different kind of planets. This is like we speak about living zone which is like we speak living zone about what the conditions in our Earth, not far from our sun, not near to our sun, because we have enough time, enough conditions to have liquid water and temperature between 0 and 100. This is only one I studied I was interested for a long time for crop circles. This is very strange picture. I think this is Chilton picture in 2001. There are few pictures, crop circles, which show us the similar letter to our Recibo letter. There are a lot of questions about this, but the important thing here, we saw here the different kind of DNA. Our DNA, we have 2 branches. They have 3 branches. What kind of life? 3 branches. We don't understand for this moment all the roles, all the ideas of our DNA. They have three branches. They have 22 billion people on their planet. We speak now for our Earth. If we have more than 8 billion, we start to eat each other. It's very crazy. Okay. This is also very, very interesting because a lot of my colleagues told us it's not some kind of props to that aliens come to our Earth, but we have too many artifacts, which is not possible to say it's some kind of lie. It's true. The people put this thing on the pictures because they saw this. Dagoni has some kind of knowledge which is not possible to explain how these people know this. This is also some kind of evidence for their coming. I told you that very important things that if we have contact with them, we must change our paradigm. Our paradigm is connected with only the first part of this equation. This is material universe. The second part is non-material universe. Non-material universe, we not study 3,300 years ago, we are only material universe. This is the very big problem for the science. If we understand what happened there, of all this universe, you understand these aliens, their physics, their knowledge, their ideas. Maybe this is a reason that they don't like to contact for this moment with us, because we not understand them. Religion. Religion, we have few official people in the religion speak about, officially, try to speak about aliens in our church, Orthodox, or in Catholic church also. In Muslim, I don't know anything. I know only one problem, that too many poor people and not intelligent people. It's very difficult to explain them that some kind of aliens, not crocodiles, aliens come and help us to live better on our planet. This is some kind of pictures in the church, which it proved that church saw and know a lot of things. You see here these facts. They saw this. They not think that not put down this information. This is very strange events that we people think this some kind of miracles, but I think miracles is not. This is the real situation. They have a contact with some not human being creatures. That's my lecture finish.
A main question is based on your very thoughtful work on your talk. It is about the Brooklyn report in New York that you probably know, that it says that any contact if we have with a superior technology is gonna eat us for all. What do you, as a scientist, think is the future, if any, in any time we have contact with aliens?
I think, first of all, they like to show to our civilization if we start to live normal. We have some kind of, I told about ecoethics. I told that we keep our earth like an ecosystem. I think that my friend Robert Sowers speak about in Haskovo in Bulgaria, told me that they destroy some kind of nuclear systems. They'd like to stop us, to kill each other. This is very strange because maybe we are dangerous civilization for the space, for this moment. Maybe the truth is not very convenient to know that we are not the first civilization of this planet. Maybe some civilization before us was destroyed also. We must think about this because we now go to very fast to catastrophe. How to help us? It's one of the way to help us is learn us to live normal, but it's not possible with this kind of derivation of our society. This is very difficult. How to explain to the people of the earth that somebody eat more, somebody die from without eating. Somebody have some information about aliens, somebody don't understand what is the electricity. This is maybe the way which we must go through our evolution to start clever. And 25 years ago, I have a contact with phenomenon in Bulgaria, Vanga. This is old woman which predict a lot of things. This is very famous woman. She told me, Lachezar, it's too early to have a contact with them. I contact with them, but they told me we are very dangerous for them. This old blind woman told me about this. I go for another problems there. But the speak was, she started to speak with me about aliens. This woman, 25 years ago, told this word. This is my position. I'm a physicist. I'm not possible to speak about a lot of things. I try to combine my colleagues, scientists in this organization, in this field, to start to speak and study these things. Okay.
Hola, buenos días. Quería preguntar sobre el interés que tiene la Unión Europea sobre la tecnología de los aliens, de los ovnis, si muchas veces han caído estas naves alrededor del mundo y más que nada las potencias como Estados Unidos, Rusia o China aplican la ingeniería inversa. ¿Por qué no se realiza lo mismo en la Unión Europea? Gracias.
First of all, I think that a lot of these crashes, maybe, they'd like to give us some devices. But they saw that these devices go in the wrong hands, first of all. Second one, I think that's this kind of back engineering is used also in Russia and China and United States. We saw a lot of very strange situation if we are people maybe remember Mao Zedong in China. He destroyed all science in China, all universities. He cut all the knowledge of China. After the death of Mao Zedong, Deng Xiaoping came to ruling this government, and something happened in China. For maybe short period of 10, more 15 years, they are top of the level, top of the technology. After that, remember, before the Second War, after the First War, Germany was fully destroyed. How to explain for 10 or 20 years, Germany start to be a higher countries in the world. They start to fight with all the world. Some kind of information, some kind of technology was taken from there. We know that in Germany, they have some kind of prototype of UFOs. We know about some kind of things that, like Vimanas in India. What is this? This is information. The Germans very interested about Indians' mythology, Indian science. This is very interesting. That's why I think that somebody give us some information, give us some technology. A lot of people ask me if they are so high technology, why they crash it? Oh, this is the problem that maybe, first of all, the crash is special to give us something. Second one, I think maybe this is the spy using the biorobots. It's not the real aliens. And third one, because I study and working in space research, I know that in the different planets, in the different conditions, it's possible to make some kind of space mistakes. Thank you.
Despidamos con un fuerte aplauso al señor Filipov. Thank you.